Welcome to the Boxing Talk Show, fair but firm, with the Hall of Fame boxing referee. I'm Joe Cortez and co-host John Zamel for all of Las Vegas.
Come on, guys, let's touch them up. Tree fight. I'm Joe Cortez, fair but firm.
Well, welcome to the Fair but Firm Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the boxing capital of the world. Monday morning, nice and hot outside, and we had some heat this past week in some of these fights.
Yes, sir, we did.
I mean, this guy rolled with Triple G. He was rolling.
He was rolling. He wasn't quite rolling with the punches. He was rolling from the punches.
He was rolling from the punches on the canvas, man.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Triple G showed that...
he looked good, man. He still looked good. I mean, he looked good against the 81st ranked middleweight in the world. I mean, he was undefeated, but... I mean, I don't know. I never heard of him before this fight. Did you?
No,
I never heard of Steve Rolls.
But nobody heard much about Andy Ruiz neither.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, a little bit, but not as much. But I mean, Rolls never really came up to the...
No, he never fought anybody. I mean, he got the Triple G payday. Good for him.
Yeah, he got a good payday, and I got a good... I don't know. I got some good shots.
He might be good. He's just not good enough to beat Triple G.
I think he's not finished yet, but he still has a little lot to learn.
Yeah, I mean, well, shoot. Let's just dive right in since we're doing this. Steve Willis, who's one of my favorite, everybody's favorite referees in the world.
Yeah.
His facial expressions and his professionalism are just unbelievable. I love that guy. But why did he count? I mean, once his face hit the mat. Well, what is it? Just is everybody getting a count since Tyson Fury came back to life, or is it just?
Well, I don't know. Maybe some referee think that maybe they should count. I mean, I normally when I see a guy go face down first,
his face hit the canvas, man.
You know, we're looking about the safety of the fighter. We don't want to see these guys. You know, if you start counting, if he gets up, are you going to let it go? Anyway.
He let him get up until he fell back into the ropes. And once again, I love Steve Willis. I'm seriously asking.
He does a great job. I mean, he's one of my favorite referees out there.
Absolutely,
he does a great job. And but he did the right thing.
And I've rewatched it a few times. He was telling when his face first hit the canvas, he's telling Triple G go to the corner. So I don't think he saw his face hit the canvas. He saw him as he kind of started to get up, and then he started counting. And then as soon as he fell into the ropes, he called the fight.
Well, you know, one of the things that we all referees learn from one another, sometimes, you know, we're not too much concerned. Let's keep our eyes on the guy that hits the canvas. The other guy, when he goes to a neutral corner, we know he got to go to a neutral corner. Yeah. But let's keep our eyes focused on the fighter. When he hits, you keep your eyes on him. When you're going to direct...
He was lights out, man.
When you direct the fighter who scored a knockdown, you're directing to a neutral corner. Just point and just, you know, really... It's not that important. If he comes out a little bit, you got to keep your eyes focused on the guy that's hurt on the canvas. You know, I mean, It's true that we tell the fighters in the dressing room, if you come out of that corner while I'm counting, I'm gonna have to stop the count. It's not to your advantage. You're stepping away. You know, you may end up losing a fight because the guy may end up getting up and he comes back.
Wilder Fury. Wilder was dancing around. They didn't start the count till Wilder got to the third. Gave Fury a little extra time.
Well, the count really actually continues until
with the timekeeper.
Yeah, with the timekeeper. But once the referee picks up the count for the timekeeper, the timekeeper stops his count. Because that's when you have to.
But it's just why have an unnecessary delay. I mean, we saw it in this one with the Dominic Brazil fight. Right. He went sprinting to the corner on this one because he wasn't playing any games after that one. He's like, now that I know people can get up.
But you know what? One thing I'm going to say, though, in the amateur ranks, the amateur fighter, I think they pay more attention to the rules than the professionals.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about amateurs. Yeah, I mean, amateurs are so, from the Olympic levels even down to Golden Glove, stuff like that, everything is, you know, every point matters. It's a lot more technical and especially rule-based. Whereas professionals are driven by profit, it's a lot more about entertainment.
It's a little bit more flexible, but still the referee has to make sure that the fighters are sent to a neutral corner and remain there until the referee signals you to come back out again. But I mean,
let's ask the question that people want to know the answer to here. With did you learn anything from this Triple G fight? Did you learn anything about Triple G? Did he look older to you? Did he look slower? Did he look better? New trainer, new everything?
I think Triple G looked fine. He looked like he still has what it takes to be a top middleweight champion.
He still got the same chin. He still got the same power. That's what
he didn't lose anything. He looks pretty sharp to me. I like to see a rematch with Canelo. I mean, because
I think they do too. I think that's something they've been building.
I mean, he looked good. He stopped this guy who's undefeated. I mean, when you win by knockout, an explosive knockout like that.
It was.
People say, you know what? I like to see him again with Canelo.
Absolutely. I mean, we know Canelo can take hard shots, and we know Triple G can take hard shots.
Yeah.
I mean, those were two of the most beautiful fights we've ever seen. Two of the most technically masterful, action-packed fights that exist in boxing these days. And so who wouldn't want to see a third one of those? And how beautiful would it be? Look, Canelo's a Hall of Famer already. He's going to go on to be one of the greatest. He's in talks for Fighter of the Decade. But how beautiful would it be to see Triple G end his career by beating Canelo Alvarez? I can tell you it would be exciting.
It reminds me of Manny Pacquiao fighting Marquez. I mean, they fought 4 times.
Yes.
The reason why they fought 4 times, because every fight they fought was great.
Everyone wanted to see another one.
Yeah, everyone wanted to see another one. I think the same thing applies with this fight.
I agree.
People want to see Triple G and Canelo.
That's an excellent comparison because I think it'd go the same way. Triple G's never going to be ranked higher than Canelo in all-time lists, just like Marquez was never going to be ranked higher than Pacquiao. It's just never going to happen. His resume is way better. But for some reason, they have each other's number, and they find a way to make really fun, exciting fights. And if Triple G was able to beat Canelo in the third final fight, I think it would be an excellent, end chapter to his book. And then Canelo can go on and who can beat him in the middleweight division right now, other than Triple G? Who could beat him in the super middleweight division? Maybe Callum Smith? This is a guy who will go on to rule boxing in his weight classes for the next 5-6 years. I think if he lost to Triple G here, it wouldn't ruin his career, but it would be a great ending to Triple G.
Yeah, it'd be a good ending for Triple G and the fans to say, you see, I knew.
Exactly.
I knew. And just like Marquez, he said, yeah, I knew. See, finally,
I told you.
He knocked him out. Yeah, I asked Marquez, will you fight him again? He said, Joe, there's no money in the world. I will fight Pacquiao. I got my revenge. I knocked him out.
No, why would he, though? Yeah.
He said, why would I come back and then lose to him?
Why would
he?
Yeah.
He said, I'm satisfied. And the same thing happened with Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe. The trilogy. Great fights. They fought 3 times. The reason why they fought 3 times, you remember the first one?
Yes.
Riddick Bowe
won.
Took the heavyweight championship, of which I had the honor of being the referee. And then the rematch was the Fan Man. Remember that parachute guy? The guy came with a parachute with a fan on his back.
Giant fan on his back.
Out there here in Vegas at Caesar's Palace. And they had to stop the fight for about 27 minutes. And then, so Riddick Bowe lost the title.
Only fight he ever lost.
Yeah, and then he came back and he beat Riddick Bowe.
He beat Holyfield, yeah.
He beat Holyfield the third time. For the second time, I was a referee. I had to stop the fight. Holyfield went down a couple of times. But those are the kind of fights that we're talking about with Triple G and Canelo.
Exactly. There's certain fights, there's certain fighters where they just have your number, and you just want to get that monkey off your back. And like you said, Marquez versus Pacquiao. There's also, if you go into MMA, and the UFC fans will feel the same way about Daniel Cormier and John Jones. These are guys who, Daniel Cormier has beat everybody he's ever fought, except John Jones has beat him twice. If he were able to get that one monkey off his back, that one big, one thing.
What are we? We in the zoo or what?
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's like when it's that chip on your shoulder that you just got
monkey on your back. I don't want a monkey, man. You better have a load of bananas with you.
That's exactly
so you can win a fight.
Might help. Wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
But it's something about that vindication, and I feel like Triple G has been. Let's just say what it is. He could have fought. He could have signed with PBC and taken the Jamal Charlo fight and gotten a lion's share of those pay-per-view profits. He could have gone to ESPN and run ESPN and gotten the ESPN hype machine behind him like Tyson Fury has for this upcoming fight. He chose DAZN for one reason, and that's to fight Canelo the third time. It was, by all reports, as much or less money than all these other offers, and he still decided he was going to do it. The only reason he did it was because he had a promise for that third fight. And if you're DAZN right now and the amount of money they're hemorrhaging, of course you're going to push for that.
Okay, now talking about the third fight, now he got rid of his trainer, Abel Sanchez.
Yes, he did.
Who was with him throughout most of his career.
Yes, sir.
And Abel Sanchez was probably watching and saying, let's see what Canelo.
Did you notice any difference in the way he fought?
No.
From Abel? Me neither.
Not
really.
It was too short. It was too short of a fight where it lasted, 5 rounds, was it?
Yeah, it was like 5 rounds, and the first 2 weren't very action-packed.
Yeah. And I think the first 2 rounds, Triple G was just feeling his way out. And Rose came in there with some. He thought he had some.
He thought he had. Look, he's undefeated for a reason. He thought he had a chance, but
he was trying to be a little aggressive. But when he got a little aggressive, then he started opening up. That's where he made the mistakes. And the Triple G caught him with
Triple G's so heavy-handed.
Triple G caught him with a left hook, and that was it.
Speaking of left hooks.
Oh man, Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez. He might have the best left hook of someone named Oscar that I've seen in a very long time because. This is he controlled that fight with the left hand. He just kept feigning to the body. He got Jason Sanchez. We're talking about Oscar Valdez with Jason Sanchez on the ESPN card this weekend. He got Jason Sanchez, another undefeated fighter, to drop that right hand over and over and over again, and he just led with that left hook all day long. He opened up that cut, knocked him down with it.
Well, you know what happens in boxing, you study your fighters, study your opponents, and you can see every time the guy throws a little bit of his right hand, the left hand goes down, even if it goes down 2 inches, You know, they try to
You
keep
start
it
to
up.
notice, yeah.
But then you say, okay, I'm gonna time
An
it.
opening's an
So
opening
every time
then, yeah.
every time when you're fighting a fighter, you actually look at his shoulder. You can see he's gonna try to make that punch, and you know it's coming. Boom, boom! You throw a left hook automatically. He nailed him 99% of the time.
Over and over and over again.
He threw the left hook.
And that 12th round was a real barn burner.
Yeah, and also he was about getting ready to get stopped.
Exactly. That was really exciting.
Sanchez looked like I said, oh, he's gonna go here.
Yeah, Sanchez stayed on his feet, and kudos to him for surviving. Sanchez is a good fighter, decent fighter, and he just kept throwing those big looping knockout punches, which work against lower competition. Big looping uppercut, looping left hook, looping right hand, overhand. And but against an Oscar Valdez, I mean, you're not going to land that against. Oscar Valdez lets himself get hit, but not by haymakers.
No. He got hit with some punches, but nothing really serious.
Nothing crazy, yeah.
You got in the game, but you're in the hurt business. You're going to end up getting hit.
You're going to get hit, yeah. No one doesn't get hurt.
Well, Devin Haney hardly gets hit.
Yeah, Devin, yeah. I mean, even Floyd got hit like less than everybody else, but he got hit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The name of the game is hit and don't get hit. But we know you're going to get hit.
You're going to get hit a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Everybody gets hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we got a upcoming fight this weekend now, this coming weekend with Josh Warrington fighting a man named Kid Galahad. That's not his real name. His real name is a name that I can't pronounce and remember. But but his trainer named Kid Galahad after an old Elvis Presley movie back in the day that I'm sure you remember. And he's got a fun personality, but he's going up against Josh Warrington, who is another featherweight champion. I'm not sure exactly which belt he has. If Josh Warrington is able to dispose of Kid Galahad the way I think we all kind of expect him to, do you think Oscar Valdez is going to get that fight? Because he's been calling for it. He says he said this is his last year at 126. He says, I've been at 126 since I was an Olympian.
Yeah.
I'm 28 years old. I'm moving up to 130.
Yeah, Valdez feels like, he feels a little weak sometimes during the fight.
28 years old. He can't stay 126 forever.
And it's the weight. He's probably having a little weight issue. This would probably be the last year. He wasn't going to fight this guy.
We want Warrington or Frampton. And Frampton's, probably not going to happen.
It's going to be a great fight. Warrington is a good fighter.
He's a great up-and-coming fighter, yeah.
It's going to be a good fight. And we have also the
got the big Tyson Fury fight this weekend.
Tyson Fury, here comes Tyson Fury. What turned to be one of my favorites. A while back, I was thinking, no, the guy don't have it.
Yeah.
But he seems to have a lot. He really impressed me when he fought
Deontay
Wilder.
Unbelievably talented. His defensive mechanics, his footwork, his head movement, his ability to hit and not get hit, his ability to win rounds, win points. I mean, he's a 6'9" guy who fights like a featherweight. I mean, he's just moving.
And he's smart. He's smart. I hope a lot of fighters pick up his habits because I like the way he moves ahead. And he put his hand behind. He did a Conor McGregor. Put his hand behind his back in front of Wilder. I said, "Wow, the guy's crazy." Put his hand behind his back.
But when you can move your head like that, you can get away with some stuff.
Not only that, but the guy's like what, 6'4", 6'9".
Yeah.
That's tall.
That's tall.
Wilder's
6'7", and he was shorter.
Wilder was not accustomed to fighting guys any taller than him.
I wouldn't be if I was 6'7". Yeah, exactly.
And I remember one time I was refereeing a fight. It was Tony Tucker and
legend. Yeah.
Tony Tucker was he was about 6'5", 6'6", and he fought the Hawaiian, the guy from Samoa, David Tua, and they did somebody drew a cartoon of Tony Tucker, David Tua, and me in the middle. It looks like I'm looking up at these two giants, man. Yeah. It was like unbelievable,
That's true, though. That's true.
Yeah.
That's why you usually see taller refs, I think, because they're able to get in there. Like Jack Reese was able to get in there.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you one thing.
That's the thing, right?
I mean, you got Benji Esteves is a good referee. Yeah. He can handle any.
He's smaller than you, yeah.
He can handle any giant out there. And I remember in the Rocky Balboa movies, if you guys watch those movies, with the exception of me, I think all the referees they use in those movies because Sylvester Stallone wanted to look bigger.
Yeah.
So they always hire smaller referees. they were shorter,
Yeah.
And then this way, it makes him look like he's a big heavyweight.
He looks like a heavy. Yeah, he's supposed to be a heavyweight, but he's like 5'6", right? 5'7".
No, he's about 5'9".
Is he?
Yeah,
I'm not being mean. I'm saying he's not. He wouldn't fight a heavyweight. Yeah.
Yeah, a heavyweight. He'll look like a midget next to a heavyweight.
Exactly.
But I mean, he's about 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
But fighting a heavyweight and his ring, and they kind of make him look bigger.
They do a good job
by having smaller referees in there. And I was glad to beat the last Rocky Balboa movie.
Tony Weeks was in the Creed movie.
Yeah.
You have, there's been a bunch of. You guys. It's cool how the Rocky Balboa franchise has pulled a bunch of. I don't think in this last one in Creed 2 they used fake refs or actors, I guess.
Actors, yeah.
But I did like how that's one thing I always like to give a lot of credit to the Rocky franchise is they strive for authenticity, and you've talked about that. He wanted it to feel like like a real. I mean, they get real shots, real refs, real judges, real everything, because they really want it to feel authentic when you're in that ring, and it does. To his credit.
Yeah, that's talking about these authentic and fighters that really, I mean, in the game, these guys that really look, they really polished up a lot. We're talking about fighters that are coming up. Man, we talked about. Let's talk about, first of all. Let's give a shout out to Zab Judah for speedy recovery. You know, he got stopped Friday night up in Verona, New York, and he got stopped in the 11th round, and I was so shocked because I had seen him last week at DC on the Haney fight, and we were talking. I was playing around with him. I said, "Man, your stomach is still pretty. You got the six pack." He said, "Oh, I got 8-pack."
Yeah. It does sound like him.
And he's
always been in phenomenal shape, man. But I mean, look,
he's 42 years of age, and he's seen his better days.
Yeah.
And now thank God that they said he's back. I saw a picture of him online with his twins. It looked like he's going to be okay. I
saw the same picture, yeah.
But you hate to see that. And I got to tell, I want to talk to commissioners around the country, around the world. Man, have your referees, in there to watch it. The referee did a good job of stopping it when he did.
Yeah. It wasn't on the ref.
And it wasn't on the ref. But Zab Judah took, according to CompuBox, he took like about 300 punches
to the
head.
Punches, yeah.
That's a lot of punches to the head. I mean, imagine me hitting you in the head.
I can't, man.
300. I mean, 300
You
times.
hit me in the body enough times, and I don't like that. That's no good.
I mean,
those big rings. The Hall of Fame rings. They got. I find that my girlfriend asked me, "What's this on your ribs?" I said, "That's Joe's Hall of Fame ring." He hit me with that body shot, trying to show me something earlier.
But anyway, these guys, you got a bunch of clowns on these shows. I mean, he used to be a comedian, but I don't believe him. I gave him a love tap, something like
love tap, yeah. He doesn't think he hits hard. He does. Hey, no, let me seriously. I like to address Zab Judah real quick because this is important. Zab Judah, thank you. Thank you for an outstanding career. Thank you for some of the most iconic fights that we've ever seen. Your fight against Mayweather is one of the first times we've ever seen Mayweather tested. Your speed in the ring, your ring IQ, your ability to stay cardio shape have been outstanding. But you survived the brain bleed this weekend, and I've had a brain bleed. And you're 42 years old. Please don't step back in the ring. Please, please, please don't ever box again. Not competitively, not like this. Your days are behind you. Live with your girls. Live with your life. Please don't do this anymore. Thank you for an outstanding career, possibly Hall of Fame. But I think it's time to hang him up, man.
Yeah, he definitely is a Hall of Famer. He's won like about 4 different world titles.
No, he's phenomenal, man. I mean, he was so fast back in the day.
He was good.
He's the first guy that ever made Floyd look like. You remember Floyd's face when he first hit him? Like, what? Yeah. Where did that come from? I'm usually the fastest guy in the world. What happened?
Yeah, well, I tell you, Zab Judah definitely was one of my favorites in boxing. He was always a class act guy.
Absolutely.
There'd been some fights with him, but he got knocked out by Kazuzu. The referee Jay Nady stopped it, and there was all chaos in the ring. And when he fought Floyd Mayweather,
and the bench is cleared, or whatever you call it, again, the corners.
He hit Floyd Mayweather with a low blow, and
Roger came over,
and Roger jumped in the ring, and there's all chaos in the ring. And all this, Floyd Mayweather just stepped back in a corner.
You know how Floyd is, though. Yeah, he wasn't going
to get involved with that.
He's a professional.
And Zab Judah got fined, a hefty fine for the chaos. I mean,
So Roger Mayweather had to sit.
He put his hand on Jay Nady's neck and held him in the ring. I said,
Roger wasn't allowed in a ring at the Nevada State Athletic Commission until the De La Hoya fight again.
Yeah.
He had to appeal. It was in the 24/7 thing because that was a big deal.
But anyway, these crazy things happen. But Zab Judah, again, keep your guards up at all times.
Yeah.
And keep on doing what you're doing. You're going to be an excellent trainer. I can see you training top fighters out there. You're going to have a couple of world champions. You're going to keep following your dream. I know you like those belts. And you'll get some fighters out there.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now what else we got coming up?
Tyson Fury, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Tyson Fury-Tom Schwartz fight.
Tyson Fury is definitely a fighter that his stocks went up when he fought a draw with Deontay Wilder. I mean, he got knocked down several times, but the 12th round knockdown is what cost Wilder for not losing. He got a draw, but he hit Wilder. Wilder hit him with a shot. I thought he knocked his head into the third row back there.
Because he did. I mean, he did. He hit him with a right hand and then followed him with a left hand as he was already knocked out. Then his head hit the canvas. That's 3 shots. Hard shots.
I mean, when I watched Deontay Wilder went like this, it's over. And Wilder was so surprised.
Because it was over.
It was.
But then he came back to life.
His head hit that canvas, boom. And I think
third on the count of 5, he rose again.
he said, "Where am I? La La Land? No, I'm not. I'm here in
said, "All right,
Vegas."
hang on. Let me get my bearings.
He said, "Let me."
All right, I'm back.
I'm back, and he had Wilder going that same round, the 12th round.
Exactly. He landed some big shots.
He landed a couple of shots. Wilder held on a little bit. I said, "Oh wow."
That was crazy.
Talking about comebacks in boxing and talking about like Rocky movies, that's something like
That's
Rocky.
one of the greatest comebacks in boxing history, as far as coming back, as far as out of the ring and in the ring, both.
Yeah. And Andy Ruiz, that's another punch.
Yeah, let me ask you about that.
I mean, it's like Buster Douglas when he knocked out Mike Tyson. But then again, Mike Tyson was a 42
to 1, yeah.
42 to 1 favorite, and this fight is 11 to 1 underdog for Ruiz, and he comes back and.
But then again, this one happened in Madison Square Garden. They're not in Japan when no one was
and
watching.
And the mecca of boxing.
Exactly. And it happened over the course of 7 rounds. He just systematically beat him down, slapped him around, just demoralized him over and over. And I'm not. And this is
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But then again, you watch Andy Ruiz's previous fights. I started going on YouTube the other day, and I was watching. I said, "Wow, you know."
Yeah, but lots of people look good against Palookas, right?
Yeah. You know, we were going to have him on a phone interview today, and when you go on the YouTube channel and check him out there. Check out the interview I did with him 5 days after he won the heavyweight on YouTube, and also share the YouTube channels to become a subscriber.
To our YouTube channel. Yeah. A lot of people can't always watch. If you're watching us on Facebook Live right now, I don't know how you're listening to us or watching us. If you're watching us, it's either on Facebook Live or it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
For those of us who like to watch us, that's how you do it. You can't always catch it on Facebook Live, so you watch it later on YouTube. That's why you should subscribe, so you're always reminded when videos come up. But those of you listening to us, you can catch us on iTunes, you can catch us on Audio Boom, you can catch us on the podcast app, you can catch us on Spotify, you can catch us on Google Play, and please subscribe to whichever one of those you normally listen to podcasts on.
Exactly. You guys go on the YouTube channel and watch Joe Cortez basketball. Just put Joe Cortez basketball. You can watch my shots behind the back. Okay, you guys say basketball. Yeah, check out Joe Cortez throwing the basket behind my back. I got it is edited, but because it was kind of like a 40-minute audio video, but I edited it so just to all the shots that I missed. But I'll show you the shots that I did get in. But check out shot 11 and 12. They're back to back. 35 feet from the basket.
11 and 12.
I mean, this is a boxing show, but I got to bring that up. We're talking about the YouTube channel.
You promote that more than anything. It's so funny because it's like, what do you?
I mean, but it's one of
my
my favorites.
Where does it rank on your most proud moment? It's up there, right?
I mean, you know what? Who the hell can get 13 shots in behind the back without looking at the back? 35 feet away.
2 in a row is impressive.
But 11 and 12, you can see it. There's not edited.
There's no cut.
There's no cut there. And you know what? My grandson Bryce and Ricky were there with me. And this is a number of years back, but it's still a YouTube channel. That's why I said YouTube channel is great. I love to watch it. I like to watch all the fights. And that's why I tell referees and fighters, if you want to follow your opponent, or you want to see if you're a referee in a fight, you want to see the habits of a certain fighter, go to YouTube channel and check it out. But YouTube channel is really so. You know what? I love the Americans Got Talent. I love that. I'm going to go out there one day and show you how to hit the speed bag, how to get that speed bag going. I show you.
This is going to be on America's Got Talent, hitting the speed bag?
Yeah, I'm going to go on to America's Got Talent. I'm going to show them how to hit the speed bag with my eyes closed, man.
That'll be pretty impressive.
I'm kidding.
Let me ask you a boxing question. Rank the top heavyweights right now. Rank the top 5 heavyweights right now. After what just happened.
Well, you got Deontay Wilder.
Number 1?
Right now, he's number 1 because
so
he's the WBC champion. And of course, I would say, man, Andrew Ruiz has got. I got to put him in there. But then I got Tyson Fury.
Yeah, who do you have? Who do you have number 2?
I got Tyson Fury number 2.
Good.
I got Andrew Ruiz number 3, and they got
Anthony Joshua number 4 or
Joshua. I'm gonna put Joshua number 4 right now.
Okay, he still has a 4th resume. Okay, now here's a real question. You got Dylan White. You got Luis Ortiz. You got Kaunaki.
No, Luis Ortiz right up there.
Luis Ortiz number 5?
Yeah, number 5 for sure.
Top 5 heavyweights. Right
top 5 heavyweight. You know what? And if you guys keep making the kind of money you're making, I'm gonna put on a couple of more pounds. I'll be number 6 on the heavyweight list.
Shit, dude, I'll take the money that the number 6 heavyweight in the world makes right now. Absolutely.
Oh my God, but this is the boxing world for you, and I can tell you that is amazing. All these fights. You guys have any questions? Get our guys out here to work a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me some questions out there. You guys want to know who's going to fight next in the middleweight division? Who's the best lightweight? Who's the best welterweight?
We got it all, baby. We got it all.
The welterweight division. Don't forget. We can't forget about that welterweight.
We don't. That's the best one.
Now you got You got what you would call it, Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Again, guys and fans out there from the Philippines, let us know what you feel about that. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. You got a big following out there.
Yes.
Manny Pacquiao, of which I refereed about 3 times. And don't forget, I refereed when he won his first championship fight here in Las Vegas when he was a 118-pounder.
118.
Actually, he was a 112-pounder, 112-pounder.
That's crazy, man.
And here he is, a welterweight, still welterweight champion of the world.
Yes,
He's been fighting for 2 decades.
No, fully.
And you Filipino fans, take your hats off to this man. He really is definitely like a Hall of Famer above anybody else out there besides the great ones like Muhammad Ali.
No, he's one of the great. I mean, look, I posed a question the other day, and I think we need to go into real in depth with this. So it's just an idea that I'm throwing out here. If Manny Pacquiao beats Keith Thurman,
right,
being that it's 2019, it's the last year of the decade, right? We always go into Fighter of the Decade. Now, he won Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Decade for 2001 to 2010. Or 2001 to 2009, I'm sorry. Which is, so if you go into this decade, 2010 to 2019, would this win be enough to put him over? It's a real question.
I believe so. I mean,
remember, you also have Canelo had a good decade.
Yeah.
Mayweather had an excellent 4 years in this decade. An excellent one.
I mean, it's a big mix in there.
Also, Andre Ward is also in that conversation.
Yeah. We got some questions out there from some of our fans. I asked you some questions. I bet you it's got to do with Anthony Joshua.
Probably,
or Canelo Alvarez.
They're usually the best. Those are the ones. Those are the big draws.
Yeah. And what happened Saturday night, Oscar Valdez, he looked outstanding.
He did look really good.
I mean, for a 126-pounder, he's a good banger.
Oh, yeah, he bangs, man. And he lets himself get hit, but that's always been his problem, is his defense. Yeah. We'll see how it holds up against a real top-level opponent. I'm excited to see.
I don't want to see fighters taking punches to the head. I don't care how good you are, And who do we predict for the Tyson fight? Joe and John.
Yeah.
So they're asking us who we predict. Hey, Tyson, Fury.
No, Mike Tyson.
Oh, you're talking about Mike Tyson? Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
You see our name Tyson, but you better be fighting like Tyson when you have a name like that. No, I definitely go with Tyson Fury. Which round? I'll say I probably knock this guy out with about 4 or 5 rounds.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Tyson. I think he'll win. I think he'll stop him in the 11th. I think it'll be a stoppage in the 11th. Otherwise, it'll end up.
I never heard of the guy Schwartz.
He's never fought outside of either Germany or Czech Republic. Look, a lot of these guys, and they never fought outside of Mexico. Jaime Munguia, and we go, yeah, but how good could he possibly be? He's never fought outside of Mexico. Ends up being pretty good. Yeah. Other guys never fought outside of Ghana, like Isaac Dogbe. Ends up being pretty good for 2 fights. Yeah. And then you end up, you know what I mean? There's a lot of times these guys you've never heard of, they never fought outside of their home country. They might come out here and surprise us, but more often than not, when they've only fought in one corner of the world, been protected in their little bubble, they don't get exposed to the highest level.
That was some of the talk about Anthony Joshua, that he fought for the first time. Yeah. Well, not the first time, but the first time
in America.
In America, and in the Mecca boxing of the world, a massive square garden, to have get in. Maybe they felt he was something. There was some talk about that. His father said that he was suffering for anxiety.
Well, there's been a lot of reports, a lot of rumors.
They said that he was knocked out doing training.
Yes, concussed in training.
We got to find out, man. With their smoke, there must be fire, but you got to see.
Also, man, though, does there have to be fire? Because sometimes there's just going to be a lot of smoke when you have the biggest upset in the history of the heavyweight division in the last 20 years. I mean, this was a very big deal. This was an insane upset. There's a reason why there's going to be, but because there's always these reports. Whenever there's any kind of upset, they say he got knocked out in training, or he needed an IV right before. There's always these little rumor mill that they sneak out because they want to cover up what happened. And in this being as big of a high profile upset as it was, you're going to have more smoke. So there doesn't always have to be fire, but the way I see it, he did look a little off going into the fight, but he didn't look way off. He looked listless at best. But once he got hit in the 3rd round, right above his right temple, that's when everything changed.
I think that somebody says, I saw something online, somebody said he got bitten by an ant. Bit him on the big muscular body, and the ant knocked him out.
You think that's what it was?
I'm only kidding.
It's a spider bite. Man, it's always, that's the thing, though. You have all these people.
All these rumors, man. There's a lot of baloney. You know why?
Exactly.
The guy had no excuses. He took his hat off to Andy Ruiz. He said, like a gentleman, he says, you deserve to get all the credit.
He was a better man that night, and he was a better man that night. He outboxed him.
And he didn't say no excuses that I had anxiety attack or I got hurt doing training. He went out like a champion. And when he comes back, he said, I'm going to knock this guy out. But let's see what happens. He's going to, Gonna be interesting rematch. We still
That's
don't know.
really the question. What are we going to see coming up next?
They say, like Eddie Hearn said in an interview Friday, that it'll be within 2 weeks. You're going to announce where the fight's going to take place for the rematch.
Well, that's the crazy thing, is that's already set in stone. When Andy Ruiz signed for the first fight, he had to sign all the conditions for the rematch as well. You want to know why a lot of these top fighters weren't taking fights against Anthony Joshua? You want to know why Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz and all these other guys are turning them down? You're starting to see. Look at these terms they're putting in. Even if you beat us, you still have to fight the rematch on our terms.
Well,
when you hold all those cards, you can kind of call what you want.
With all the money these guys are getting, I'm telling you right now.
Popping back?
Get on the contract, and the close on the contract, you must fight Joe Cortez.
You must be right there on the rematch.
Hey, guys, with that said, I'm going to say keep your guards up at all times. You're the best out there. We love all you fans. Keep up the good work. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel, Spotify,
you name
iTunes,
it, Google Play, everything. Everywhere where podcasts exist, you can subscribe to our show, and we'd love to have the subscriptions. Thank you, and make sure you share as well.
Yeah, I see you fans. Somebody put up something in there. The Joe Cortez is the best referee in the world. I'm not going to say I'm the best referee in the world, but I thank you for that. All I can say is I tried my best while I was refereeing. I did everything I could in my power to make it a good fight. A lot of fans would say, Joe, when we saw you in there, we know we're going to be in a good fight. So John and I are going to be in a fight in the near future. We're going to do an exhibition for you fans. We love you guys. Keep your guards up at all times. And remember, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up, brother.
Fair but firm with the Hall of Fame boxing referee. I'm Joe Cortez for all of Las Vegas.
Come on, guys. Let's touch them up. Clean fight. I'm Joe Cortez. Fair but firm.